So, there's this guy, known for making parodies of talent shows. He's made a bit of a name for himself, green screening his gangly body onto all sorts of films and TV shows.
Alright, so Will's not a fan, we've established that.
And each time, he's claimed that it's legit, that he's actually done this stuff. First he says he went on America's Got Talent and got the golden buzzer, even though all he did was perform a load of kids' tricks. Who pulls the thumb off and gets the golden buzzer? I know Americans are a different breed, but that's taking the mick. Talking of taking the mick, the same guy then goes on Britain's Got Talent and claims he's a deaf mind reader.
I can't hear a thing you're saying, but I know exactly what you're thinking. So what am I thinking then? What was that?
He does this whole weird mind reading routine.
Simon, just name any word, right? But bear in mind, bit deaf, so you know, say it loud.
Chopsticks.
Yes, breadsticks. I am inside your head right now, eh? How's that? Mind reading.
And then guess what? He gets the golden buzzer. You're having a laugh. Best bit is, there's some people who actually think these videos are real. I don't really know what this guy did that was so amazing. So confused you gave a golden buzzer for that. I didn't get it. Maybe if I can find the full performance, then maybe I might understand the audition, or maybe it's just me. I'm not trying to show any disrespect, but I just didn't get it, and that's why I'm still looking for the full audition. And now, we've got the same guy claiming he's actually been on Britain's Got Talent, that he's put his money where his mouth is, and managed to bag 4 yeses from the judges. In fact, he posted this the morning after the audition allegedly aired.
So, I was on Britain's Got Talent last night, apparently. Didn't watch it, I was in the pub, I missed it, so I need to watch it and catch up still. But, I've had lots of messages off people, nice messages, and then people asking if it's real, because I have built a bit of a reputation for faking this sort of thing, doing it on the green screen as a parody, pretending I've been on the show. Well, this time it's real, yeah? This time I have been on the show. I want to put the rumours to rest. I don't want to confuse anyone. I actually have done it, right? No camera trickery, no fancy editing, no green screen. This is the real...
This has got to be another joke, hasn't it?
Right, hang on. Well, what are you wearing that for?
Well, it's the swimsuit thing, isn't it? I thought I'd be all mysterious and dark.
Well, you definitely look dim.
Yeah, exactly. And you've made me voice all deep and masculine, haven't you?
Yeah.
Good. As long as I don't look daft.
No, yeah, you look good, yeah. We need to set the record straight here, don't we? For those who don't know me, hey up, how are we doing? Jack Rhodes is the name, magic's the game, and a severe lack of self-awareness is to blame. I do all my videos, I make them here in my garage, right? Which has now been converted into a makeshift studio.
I'm going to turn this into this. Oh, hang on. That's wrong way around. I'm going to turn this into this. Not quite far enough. That's better. Now a nice bit of light in it. How's that for a trick?
I spend a lot of time in here making my videos, putting them online, and I have been known every now and again to make the odd Got Talent parody, right? Now, a lot of work goes into these. Here's the process. First off, I'm searching for all the different Got Talent clips I can find, right? Pulling all sorts of different questions from the judges, reactions from the crowd, and anything that I think could be quite funny.
Absolute dog shit. Yeah.
I'm then stitching these clips together in my head and developing the framework for some sort of fake act, right? Then I've got to remove the original acts from the footage, giving me loads of different backgrounds to work with in the edit.
Good to go.
And at this point I can now film all my bits in my garage against a green screen and then spend an ungodly amount of time inside editing, like the sad little human hermit crab that I am. It's a very long, very time-consuming process. The thing is, I did this sort of thing a lot. This is where we start to muddy the waters, right? I want you to forget everything you've just seen and cast your mind back to an act that appeared on Britain's Got Talent in 2022. We're talking about the invisible magician, the Phantom. Picture the scene. There's an empty stage, 4 judges and a crowd waiting to be entertained. It's Britain's Got Talent, you know the crack. Anyway, who walks onto the stage? Well, no one. That's the point, it's the invisible magician, innit? It wouldn't be very good if you could see him.
You can't see me.
Long story short, the Phantom spins round invisibly on his chair. He presses one of the judges' buzzers and then pops a balloon stood right next to Amanda. That's the abridged version, yeah? Now, the audition airs and the video goes viral on YouTube, it's doing numbers. But there's a similar looking video that keeps getting recommended right next to the real one, claiming to reveal how the magic tricks are done. That's a bit naughty, isn't it? You click on the video and what you're presented with, some gangly tool called Jack Rhodes. That's me, by the way, in case you've forgotten. That's right, I made a video claiming that the Phantom was me.
A master of deception, Jack has fooled audiences all over the disc with his world-class sleight of hand demonstrations. But one skill he has never revealed is his uncanny ability to remain undetected whilst in clear line of sight. He operates in the shadows, and through his clever use of lighting, his dark, practically invisible costume, and the ability to adapt to any situation, Jack is able to operate invisibly, like a real-life Batman. You need to train your eyes to be able to see Jack work in the shadows.
All I need is some goggles and a swimsuit.
Now you know what to look for. See if you can spot him in the footage.
You can't see me. You will never see me. Right now, I'm standing right in front of one of the judges.
What?
I studied to teach a lesson in loss.
Now, because this reveal was getting shown alongside the proper audition on YouTube, it got seen by a lot of people, and a lot of these people, for some reason, weren't buying the whole invisible swimsuit thing. It still doesn't make sense. Just wasted 3 minutes, 11 seconds of my life.
That's what she said.
You had nothing to reveal. Even children knows you don't have the answer you claim. I risked a lot professionally by revealing that the Phantom was me. I wasn't meant to do that. That was meant to stay an industry secret, yeah? To be fair, I did throw in a red herring claiming that I filmed it all against the green screen in my garage, but that was just a silly joke. You don't want to be reading too much into that.
You can't see me.
Anyway, cut to 2 years later, and I'm now stood on the stage of Britain's Got Talent for real, allegedly, and I'm claiming that I've already been on the show. I'm pretty surprised you don't recognise me. I might have been on before. Do you remember the invisible magician, the Phantom?
Yes.
That might have been me.
You can't see me. You will never see me.
I then asked Simon to write down the first word that comes to mind when he looks at me.
Remember, it's a family show.
Yeah. And no, he didn't write. What have we got? Cucumber.
I don't know why.
It's the tall, skinny cucumber arms. So one look at me and thought, this guy's clearly a vegetable. The cucumber card went in Simon's hands, and then I got my own back with my own word for him. And when I look at you, the first word that comes to mind is minted. I put the minted card in Bruno's hands, and then without even moving, the cards switch places. That's it. I then explained how I did this with an action replay in slow motion, explaining that the whole thing's an out-of-body experience that can move undetected, and then the mysterious swimsuit man appears from behind me and swaps the cards around. Apparently, I didn't see him, but I've been told he was there. Job done. Undetected. Then after admitting that the explanation is a lie, really, I'm lying. Show him. I revealed that the real secret to the whole thing is I always knew what word Simon was going to think of. Uploaded 6 months ago, you were only ever going to think of one word. Cucumber.
That's unbelievable.
I then thank the judges for the time.
Thanks for having me. Thank you.
And then the swimsuit guy who never existed in the first place disappears. Which isn't much of a trick when I think about it, but got a big reaction for some reason. Now, I get it, right? I get why people don't trust a single word I say. I have built up a significant library of green screen parodies, and the silly thing now is that these parodies, the green screen stuff, it's easier to make than ever, thanks to artificial intelligence. Where once I was colouring in BGT backgrounds by hand on my iPad, I can now press a button in Photoshop and it does it in a few seconds. You can use AI to
Manipulate sound, video.
This sort of thing has got a lot easier to make for the average lad in his garage, right? So easy, in fact, that it's quite conceivable now that you could write, film and edit an entire Britain's Got Talent audition to TV production quality in your garage. And maybe if you watch the official clip and listen to the reactions of the judges closely enough,
I think you're really smart.
you can hear the AI audio manipulation at work.
And I think to be a great magician,
You've got to be really smart.
Maybe when you look at the close-up shots of me, there's the odd frame here and there that give away some sort of naughty green screen work at play. Maybe when you analyse the footage close enough, you realise that this is just one long joke that's been 3 years in the making. But if I'm being honest, which I'm not, and I haven't been this whole time, the amount of effort it would take to do that, you might as well spend that time working on an actual act and doing the show for real. Although if you've spent 3 years telling people you've been on the show when you clearly haven't, you can expect that there'd be at least a bit of confusion when you actually go on the show for real. It's like the weirdest boy who cried wolf scenario in the world, isn't it? And if it was real, I'd say something like, it's amazing that this whole parody thing has led to me doing the show for real. If it was real, I'd point out that Simon was always going to say cucumber, that was part of the trick. It was written in the stars years ago. In 2022, I made a video where I sliced a cucumber in half by throwing playing cards at it. I made it sound cooler than what it was, by the way. It took about 3 hours to repeatedly do it. It was a nightmare. But guess what the card was that finished Gary off? And yes, I called it Cucumber Gary. It was the Three of Hearts. What's that got to do with anything, Jackie boy? Well, if this whole thing was real, I'd show you that I actually planted a little Easter egg in my Britain's Got Talent audition. Something only you clever clogs would spot. Because in the video I show where I predicted Simon would think of the word cucumber, there's a single playing card on show in the background the whole time. The Three of Hearts. In fact, I've been teasing this for ages now. In the background of every video has sat a little custom-made figurine. Designed, sculpted and painted by the amazing Inedibles. It's Gary the Cucumber. And look what card's in his head. The Three of Hearts. My audition wasn't just a happy coincidence. From the Phantom swimsuit parodies to the Gary the Cucumber Easter eggs, this entire Britain's Got Talent journey is a culmination of everything you've seen me do on video. Years of work for this one moment. If it's real, that is. Maybe it is. Maybe it's not. Maybe this is all one long fever dream and you've imagined it all. I don't know. I'm not inside your head, am I? Anyways, I hope that's cleared things up for you. I'm nothing if not educational. I'll see you on the telly. Maybe. I don't know. My head's popped to this point. I can't tell what's real, to be honest. In a bit.